it's really effective in written communication to wait for a punchline. You're reading a good book, or you like get to the end of the comic and then you're like, ah, ha, 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 that works really well.
Yeah.
But when you're in a talk, people want to know, especially now, short attention spans, and just like give people the punchline and be like, this
At the
is what
beginning.
we saw. And then like this is really effective too when you've got, say, multiplexed data, genes, proteins, ELISAs, Western blots, whatever it is, to show the result first. Maybe it's just one blot or one graph of one chemokine or whatever it is. And then you can say in text, like, we also, similar results in listing your genes, or no results in these genes. And you'll have the data, have the slide, hide the slide, but have the slide. And this is the difference between giving a talk and writing about your research.
Yes, I agree. And I like that. I like that. And I think you'll get that if you practice too. Like maybe when you think about telling stories about your research, what can you do to do the least amount of convincing? How can you frame this so that you don't feel like you're convincing people to see what you see? And I feel like framing and beginning with what you saw is a great way to do that.
And a lot of times
Yeah.
you can prime people. Like, you're moving along with your question and you're like, if these two bacteria in fact interact, we would see this overlap. And on this next slide, you would see this yellow and this, I'm like, what are my colors? Yellow and blue are green or something, you would
Yeah.
prime people. And then that's the really fun thing about that anticipation is your brain releases dopamine when you get you get the thing that you think you're gonna get, right? You're like, we will see purple on the next slide if this is true.
Yes.
And you flash the slide and either it's purple or not, and they're like, oh,
Right.
oh, right. There's that
Yeah.
that excitement for them.
Yes. And I like your suggestion about that priming. It helps. That I think is going back to walking your audience through what you're talking. I think that helps too. It's not a bad thing to
Yeah.
to set people up to succeed in understanding what you're talking about.